Guys, we are here. This is Mount Kenya National Park, the Naro Moru Gate. This is the registration bit. We're here to hike the mountain. Me and the team, we're ready for this challenge. So here we are. We're with Sue, Viv, Kez, Deno, and then we have our amazing guide. His name is Godi. And we're getting registered here, taking footages, psyching ourselves up. Little do we know what awaits us. But we're so excited. And here we are with the porters, sort of getting ready. Thank God for these porters, because you most definitely need them. So here is Met Station, 3,050 meters above sea level. And this is where it all begins. And we saw the water bugs at this point. We're just getting ready here, sort of just getting, warming up, that kind of thing. At this point, the mountain is really calling. We even had time to show outfits. Oh my God, little did we know what we were signing up for. But yeah, it was worth everything. Yeah, so as you can see there, that's the altitude. The waterbuck is there. Such beautiful animal ushering us in. What a welcome. And at some point there were these monkeys. They showed up too, quite mischievous. I think they were looking for for something little to bite, that kind of thing. But we thoroughly enjoyed the welcome. Yeah, now it's starting to really feel like mountain air, and I think this is at this point your mind is now starting to adjust. So we're still packing, still getting ready here, but before we head up, our amazing guide got us stretching, because trust me, you do not want to skip this part. Our porters have our gear, we're ready, and the ascent begins. Mount Kenya, here we come. We're still posing here, still psyching each other up. Yep, it's funny now when I look back, but yeah, here we were. So excited to be here. And off we go. Our porters are here. Everything is set. These guys are amazing, and they carry a lot of weight, like massive. Hats off to these guys. So we are about to start experiencing different, vegetation and that kind of thing. The mountain rainforest zone. This is, where you have the lush, green, dense, tall trees. You have ferns everywhere. The air is cool and misty, and honestly so fresh. We're climbing through a literal rainforest, only on the equator, only in Kenya. And then this is the Viewpoint. It was our first stop. We take a breather, we snap a few photos. Here's the rain gauge. We have a few snacks. The views are already incredible, and we're just getting started. Fueling up, resting the legs, and then getting back to it. It was amazing, so amazing at this point. I even had some time to get into the thick of the forest and get some wild berries, because why not? And they tasted amazing, to be honest. And the rain here was almost starting. We were so scared because we had some porters up and they had our rain gear and everything, but luckily the rain didn't pour just yet. And then the landscape just changes, like completely. Welcome to the Moorland. When I tell you, on this day, it was rainy. I think it had rained the previous night. It was damp, soggy. Honestly, this was one of the toughest sections for me to navigate, because tell me why. Like, your boots will just get like halfway covered in the, in the mud and everything. And then the vegetation here is just amazing. The plants that we found here, you almost find them, I think, almost nowhere else on earth. They're absolutely alien, I'm telling you, and worth every muddy step. Because I remember us coming into the lobelias, I think that's what they called them, and the ground soils, and it was amazing. Then we made it to the cave. We had a quick stop for photos and videos, because why not? And I won't lie, at this point the fatigue is starting to whisper. Yeah, the legs are feeling it, but we keep going because we didn't come here to play. So we enjoyed this point. I think we stayed here for this has been like what, 4 or 3 or so hours of just going up and up and up and up and up. Yeah. And our guide kept saying it's just, just beyond that horizon, and the horizon kept changing. Like they just kept changing the goalposts, honestly, but I think we needed that motivation to just keep going. Yeah. So we had packed lunch with us. So from the caves, I think we're going to go up another 30 or so minutes, and then we'll get to the lunch point. But just look at that. Will you just look at that? The weather was amazing. These plants, honestly, I haven't seen them anywhere else. It was just incredible. Yeah. Here we are, just, going up and up and up, and just being strong, I guess. So that's how the vegetation was looking like. It was quite windy. Oh my God, we experienced, like, the weather was just being dramatic. 1 minute it will be so sunny and bright and nice. The next minute you're walking right into the clouds and the mist and the fog. It's just dramatic, if I'm being honest. Then lunchtime at the mountain, packed lunch, the fresh mountain air, good company. This is the fuel we needed, because the summit isn't going to climb itself, right? And because nothing gets between me and my sleep. When I tell you I took a 30-minute nap, I needed this, because I think at this point now, my mind is like, yo, bro, we're doing this. And yeah, there's no turning back. So I had the company of some birds, some mountain birds. It was quite interesting. There I am with Kez. It was getting so cold at this point. My nose was just running nonstop at this point. I don't know, but we just kept going. Here we are. We'd get to a few minutes and then rest up, wait for the rest of the team. These porters, I have massive respect for them, because I don't know how you do that with a backpack, almost 20 to 40 kilos on your back, and just going up without stopping. Anyways, Mackinder's camp is where we're going to spend the first night. And this camp is 4,200 meters above sea level. This is me at the bridge, just near Mackinder's, just sort of dancing and just being strong, honestly, because at this point, you don't want to listen to your body, you just don't. And then at some point, there was this signpost that said 200 meters to Mackinder's, but when I tell you, it felt like 2 kilometers to that base. But here we are. We made it to the camp, and I cannot tell you the relief. Our chef and porters were already up. We had hot meals, hot porridge, hot drinking chocolate. We had sleeping bags, blankets, thick warm socks, but we were still frozen for whatever reason throughout the night. And I mean it. I don't think anything keeps you warm at this point, because 4,000 meters above sea level on the equator, it will humble you real quick. But next day, 2:30 a.m., Headlamps on, layers on layers on layers. We are heading for Point Lenana, 4,985 meters above sea level. And this is it, guys. The rocky terrain, the loose gravel and sand, the darkness. This is where blood, sweat, and tears takes on a whole new meaning. I personally made it near the Austrian heart, and that is where my body said, no, 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 no. My knees gave out, and I had to make the call. But our team, and especially Kez and Deno, there goes Kez, like literally. Oh my God, she took one for the team, and we were so, 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 so proud of her. She made it to Lenana Peak, and